Bryan Stow, the Giants fan who was savagely beaten on opening day. TMZ, in quite a coup, has come up with a tape of Bryan Stow at the game on opening day.
It's not made up or anything, though. It's the tape.
No, it's the tape. They have somebody shot like handheld video of Stow, and you see him at the game, and he gets into it a little, just some yelling back and forth with a Dodger fan. But the Dodger fan seems to be like really in his space.
Totally.
Right?
He points in his grill and everything. Yeah,
right,
he
so
gets in there.
Let's run the tape. And apparently TMZ can tell you what was said on the tape, although I listened to it like 100 times, and I have. Anyway, so here's the tape. And so are we going to play this with audio, or are we going to talk over it? All right, so here's the audio. So listen, you'll be able to hear, you won't, what Bryan Stow says and what the Dodger fan says.
Una pasta. Eso es lo que se nos chinga dentro. Cerveza vieja. Cada vez cuando estamos crudos y cruda, nos saliendo todo. Una pasta. Eso es lo que se nos chinga dentro. Cerveza vieja. Cada vez cuando estamos crudos y cruda, nos saliendo todo.
Yeah, I think you heard pretty clearly what's going. I liked it when it was slowed down. It was so here's what we do know, though. Apparently, Bryan Stow said his primary quote was, "I would rather eat my own feces than a Dodger dog." Do I have that right?
Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah. I mean, okay. By the way, Dodger dogs, totally overrated. You know what they taste like? Hot
Feces?
Dogs. Hot dogs. They taste like hot dogs. So apparently this is what he said. He said, "I'd rather eat my own feces than eat a Dodger dog." And Banda, because that's the guy we saw, because he had a Banda.
Juan Banda, I
Juan
believe
Banda,
is his name.
Right. And then this guy Banda apparently said that with that, Stow crossed the line. Because he offended your favorite fucking food? Oh, shit. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to demean Dodger dogs. Okay? Maybe he was just talking up his own feces. Did you ever think about that, Juan Banda? So there's been some nonsense made of this because it's like this aha moment, right? First of all, Juan Banda not arrested, not in any way charged with this, and not involved. So this is meaningless information. Interesting, but it doesn't reveal anything about Bryan Stow. And the tendency then, when you see a story like this, is to think, oh, he was getting into it, and what? Therefore, he had it coming. I'm going to read from a blog, a baseball blogger named Matt Snyder, writes for CBS.com, and I don't mean to call him out particularly, but he's going to serve as the example of what is a really nonsensical, foolish, dangerous argument. Here's what Matt Snyder writes. He goes, "The major quote from the exchange is that Stow told Banda, 'I'd rather eat my own feces than eat a Dodger dog,' to which Banda said Stow crossed the line. Banda also pointed out, quote, 'Maybe Stow said the wrong thing to the wrong guys.'" And then Matt Snyder writes, "Okay, well, I guess that's possible. It's possible he said far worse to incite the assailants and no witness has come forward to tell authorities. But if the only thing he says is he'd rather eat crap than a hot dog, is that really worth jumping the guy?" No. No, it isn't. And no matter what he said, is it worth jumping the guy. Ever. It doesn't make any difference what he said. And this is nothing, but anything would be nothing. "I slept with your mother last night. She was good. She's a whore." Guess what? That's inappropriate. Bryan Stow would have to answer for that. You have to answer for beating him up in the back of the head, and you're going to go to prison for the rest of your life if he dies. And it doesn't matter what he said. And the idea that you're sort of equivocating, and maybe he said far worse to the assailants and no witness. Who cares? Yeah, it's possible. What is it? Yeah, maybe Stow said the wrong thing to the wrong guys. Okay, well, that's possible. It's possible he said far worse. It doesn't matter, man. And the only point should be that it doesn't make any difference. None at all. That's an interesting piece of tape, though, there. It makes me feel worse because he's a real guy there at the game, just sitting back enjoying the game, getting into some jawing with guys, and whatever. It's a horrible, horrible thing, and hopefully he'll get better.